This 2017 question on circuit diagram current electricity. It says a battery of negligible internal resistance is connected to a set of resistors as illustrated in the circuit diagram above. Determine the equivalent resistance of the circuit. So we are to determine the equivalent resistance of this circuit. So how many resistors do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if we are to do this now, first we are going to identify the series and parallel connections so that we know the right mathematical expressions to use. So for us to determine this, clearly you can see this resistor here, this one here, and this one here are in parallel, being that both of them share the same terminal. This is a node here. This one is connected to this, and this one connected to this. They share the same terminal, and you see at their back, they also share the same terminal. So this resistor here, if I call it R2, call this one R3, and then this one R4, and this one R1. So R2 and R3 are in parallel because they share the same terminal. So if you analyze that first, R2 parallel R3, since they are just two resistors in parallel, you can do 2 times 2 divided by 2 plus 2, and that will give you 2 times 2 is 4, 2 plus 2 is 4, equals to 1 ohms. So the equivalent effect of these two parallel resistors is 1 ohm. That's the opposition they offer to the flow of current through them is just 1 ohm. So if you are to redraw this circuit now, this is what it will look like. R1 there, and then comes down. Now this is R2 and 3. So this circuit then becomes this. So while here is still 2 ohms as it was, here is the equivalent. This one resistor is now representing the equivalence of these two resistors, which is now 1 ohm. And here remains our 2 ohms. So now that we have evaluated the parallel connections, now you can see that these three resistors now are in series, so that the equivalent resistance will be what? R1 plus R2 parallel R3 plus R4. It is this one that we call R2 parallel R3, which we have already done that to this. So this is now 2 plus 1 plus another 2 to give us 5 ohms. So the equivalent resistance of this setup is what? Is 5 ohms. All right. Thank you.